Hey guys, this is Kelly from Seven's Emporium, and today we're going to kind of talk about fixing your mistakes. I have embroidered this stocking, and I'm not sure if you can tell, but it's crooked. And this particular customer really likes their stuff to be completely straight, so I'm going to fix it. There was a middle name down here that I've already taken out. I'm fortunate that this is pretty forgiving material. This is kind of a sweater-like material. It's lined with kind of a satin material, and you can kind of see, I'm not really sure if you can see, but you can sort of see the lines where I took out the other stitching. But I'm going to show you how I take out the stitching so that it doesn't absolutely drive me insane. So I have taken these out in various stages here. This stitching had a zigzag underlay, and it had a central run underlay. And I'm going to show you how I take out each of these. I want you to be aware that not all times can you remove stitching if you've messed something up. Sometimes, especially if it's really dense stitching, you're probably going to ruin your item, or if it's a really delicate fabric, you're probably going to ruin it. If it's something where you may be able to see the line, this is kind of, lofty stuff because it's a knit, so you're not going to be able to see on the front where this was. And this obviously is the cuff of a stocking, so you're not going to see the back anyway, but I'll show you how to kind of fix that as well. But what we're going to do is take out these stitches, and I'll show you how I'm going to do this. Working from the back, you're going to take your scissors, or you could actually use a seam ripper, but I like these better. And I'm just going to go in here, and I'm going to clip only the bobbin threads. And this is white on white, so it's hard to tell, but from here to here, that's where my top thread is. And again, from here to here, there's top thread, but in the center there is bobbin thread. So I'm going to go through here and make sure that I'm not going through the item, and I don't want to go through the stabilizer. I'm using that stabilizer kind of as a landing pad for these scissors to slide along. And if you get lucky and you happen to cut your underlay while you're doing this, that's just kind of a bonus. Please be aware that you have to be patient when you're doing this. If you get in too big of a hurry, you're going to cut a hole in your item, or something bad is going to happen, but that'll kind of add insult to injury. So I've clipped my bobbin thread. I'm going to come to the front and loosen that. And sometimes it'll come off all in one piece, and sometimes it won't. And if you don't get a good run, that's okay. Try another. There we go. And it should come out. Depending on your font or whatever, it may not come out as well. This was a nice wide stitch, and it's coming out really nicely, so it'll come out like that. Now you're going to have little pieces, and that's okay. Don't just jerk on those to get them out, because you'll get them when you come back to the back side. On this letter, I'll show you how to take out kind of the next step, and that is the underlay, the zigzag underlay. And it's pretty much just like the front. You want to carefully go around this and not go through your stabilizer, but just go around this and clip those threads. And it's still tedious, but it's not as bad as it could be. And I'm not going to make you guys watch me do all of this, but anyway. So I've clipped that. I'm also fortunate that on this I used a topper. You can kind of see part of it right there. And that is allowing me to get underneath this and do the same. Pull these stitches out. So that'll work for the underlay. Like I said, I'm not going to sit here and do all of it. Sometimes you may need to go and do both sides. I'm not really having to cut the second side. I'm just kind of freeing it up a little bit, kind of fluffing it up a little, and then working back and forth from the front to the back. but I'll do that until I get it down to this point. At this point, I only have my central underlay, and I've actually cut part of that. Yay! But what you can do on this, again working from the back, after I got my zigzag stitches, I got those off, I went ahead and pulled my stabilizer off so that I could see. And what you want to do is slip underneath there, and if you can actually get a chunk like this, and pull that bobbin thread out, then when you go to your front side, you can just pull it off. And I haven't done all of it, but that's mostly. And so you'll just work all the way around your letter or your design, whatever, and you do that same thing. Very carefully, you just want to pull those bobbin threads out, because the bobbin threads are on the back, so as long as you can get them out, that way you're messing with the front of the item less. Alright, so we're going to do that, and then you'll be able to pull some more of this out, and it's going to make a mess. I'm not sure you can see all of this fluff and this stuff, but after you get it out and you lint roll this, it is really pretty clean. It'll come clean. What you can do on the inside, where you've kind of got these holes, if you will take a spray bottle of water and just kind of mist that a little bit and just leave it be, it will actually make some of that go away. You don't have to iron it or anything like that. It's really not going to help, but that's what I do. That's how I take out my stitching. If I have made a mistake and I have to take it out, it's still not fun. It's still tedious. It's still time consuming. It still makes me irritated. This was my fault because I hooped it a little crooked. Sometimes it's the machine's fault. Sometimes it does something dumb, or it gets bumped and things get kind of skewed. But sometimes it's just the design. But anyway, if you can, and you have, like I said, it's easier if it's a little bit wider, but that is how I take out my stitches. Thanks a lot.